All right, I want to do a little video of my 97 Dodge Viper, the oil change. Plus, I just got a new lift in here. I've been wanting to try it out, so this will be the first time I get to use it. So it should be pretty straightforward. There's really nothing to these cars. We're going to lift it up, drain the oil and filter, refill it up, and take a look underneath. I've actually never been under this car. I've owned it right about a year so far. Yeah, so we'll lift it up there, see what it looks like, check everything out, and yeah, see how this process goes. All right, give a little shake test. Yeah, should be good. Let's see what happens. You know what? Let me shut the garage door. It's about to get loud with these clicks. Well, it didn't fall off the lift, so that's a good sign. So I'm just going to take a quick look under here. Actually, it's the first time I've ever been underneath this car, so these damn things sit so low. It is, they're kind of a pain to work on, but I don't see any leaks anywhere. So I'm going to go around the flashlight, check everything out. Should be pretty straightforward. Drain the oil right here. Filter right here. It's not OEM filter, so we'll change that out anyways. It looks like this did have the recall, I believe. I know some of these damn plates were put on right here to block access to the oil filter. So yeah, looks pretty good. All right, let's start off by draining the oil here. So the drain plug on these is a 9/16. You know, on these Vipers, you really need to have these cars level since the oil drain is right in the middle. A lot of guys just jack with the front and drain it. You can get up to like half a quart to a quart of oil though in these damn things. So I want to make sure everything's out. So let's get in here. And, that was not that tight. So it's gonna be pretty hot, so I'm gonna try to avoid as much as I can. Come on. Let that drain for a few minutes. This one does have the OEM little washer. It's like a little piece of rubber on there too. They're reusable. This one looks in good shape, so I'm going to reuse this one. There's no metal on the plug too, which is good. So yeah, this has 8 quarts of oil. I should have popped the drain plug up top, but oh well. So I'll let this drain out, and then we'll, oh, it's getting there. So let's try not to make a damn mess. All right, the oil's pretty much drained. We're going to tighten the bolt back up. It's 25 foot-pounds. You do not want to over tighten these, so you're going to need a torque wrench. Goes. All right, now let's get to this filter here. You know, it's still going to be kind of a pain. Like I said, it's right up in here, but we're going to see if we can get some access to and unscrew this thing off here. All right, we'll try to get this filter off. I think I'm coming from this side right here. Try to twist it off. Hopefully I didn't do it too damn tight because there's not a lot of room to work in here. Worst case, I'll have to get my other filter wrench back at the other house. Come on, you bastard. There it goes. It has to be easier with my other wrench. Try not to make too much of a damn mess here. Let that drain out a little bit, keep the mess to a minimum. Back this up. All goes to plan. We should be able to slide it right. You know, should have a damn cup. Slide it right through this little opening here. There we go. Whew. A little hot. All right. Let that drain out, then we'll get to refilling here. So while that's draining, I'm going to get the filter and stuff ready, but I'm going to be using the high mileage 10W40. These come factory refill with a 10W30, but a lot of stuff has changed in 30 years. A lot of guys recommended this on the forums. I was also thinking about doing OW40, but I live in Texas. It never gets cold here. This is supposed to be pretty good stuff. We're going to use the factory oil filter. There's the part number there, or MO836. So yeah, we're going to pre-fill this filter with a little bit of oil, install that, drop the car back down, and top it off with 8 quarts of oil. All right, it should be nice and drained. I pre-filled this. A little bit of oil, put a little oil on the gasket. Make sure the old gasket is obviously taken off. I only hand tighten oil filters. There's no need to go crazy on these damn things. So slide this other one up right in here. Get started. Ooh, wipe that down real quick. Got a little oil on it. All right, let's wipe all this crap off here. All right. See if we can get in here. All right, got that hand tight. This, the 25 foot-pounds. Drop it down, fill it up with the remaining 8 quarts, then we should be good to go. All right, let's pop the hood, fill this thing back up. For those that don't know, you pull the little lever under the grill, pull the latch under the front, and you grab each side and pull it up. My hood is pretty damn heavy. It has been repainted, so it's kind of a pain in the ass, but it's possible. You just gotta work with it a little bit. Now, let's fill it up. I think I said earlier these take 8 quarts, actually 8.5 quarts. I forgot my funnel at the other house, but I got one of these little measuring jugs. Makes it easy enough, comes with a funnel anyways. So we'll dump maybe a little bit less than 8.5 quarts. I'll run it and check it, and take it from there. It'll take a little bit with this little nozzle, so I'll let it fill up, then we'll get back when it's done. So I got just a little bit of a hair under 8.5 quarts. We'll finish this off and see. This jug's actually, this first time I got it, got an AutoZone for $10. Works pretty damn good. And it's actually a lot faster than I thought it would be. So this is the last 3.5 quarts right here. Not a drip miss so far. And there it is. Let that settle for a little bit. We'll crank the car up and then check the level. I'm about to crank this up. Also, as a precaution, I have a little Lyle hood prop. They're about 40 bucks on Amazon. These hoods are pretty damn heavy, and a good wind will actually push these things over, so it's just good peace of mind. But yeah, all right, let's crank it up. Ran for about a minute or so. Let's check the dipstick here. See where we're at. That is right about perfect. Almost to the max. So we're good to go. So yeah, that's all we got. Like I said, super easy. Really nothing to it. It probably took 30 minutes total. Yeah, hopefully help someone in the future. One more thing real quick, how to close these hoods. Those that don't know, ride it back down slowly. Sides where it catches. There goes the rollers there. Don't press here. Press up where the hood hinges are, the supports. Firm press down. And that's it. You do not want to break these hoods. They are impossible to get and they are a fortune. All right, that's it.